Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Shriman Achyuta Charan Prabhu. Please accept my obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hari. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if the camera is working. I've got this remote camera that that does through the mobile phone, but it seems to be a bit choppy.
Yeah, the connection seems to be cutting out a bit. Just now it seemed to improve though.
Yeah, it might settle down. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Prabhu. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay, somebody else is coming in. Shriman Ashish Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Ashish, you okay?
Yeah, I'm right, Prabhu. How are you?
Good.
So I make it that we are at time. What time is it? Yeah, 11:01. So
Mm-hmm.
in the interest of operating with 100% integrity, we could start. And there were about four people, I think, communicated that they would be on the call. Um, so we are expecting a few others as well.
Yeah, no
Um,
problem. So should we make a start then?
yeah,
Sure.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
sweet.
maybe, yeah, with your leadership, Prue, I'll hand it over to you, and then we'll go from there. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So if we chant the Mangala Charan first, and then I had some nice quotes by Srila Prabhupada on prasadam distribution on morning walks. So thinking we could read those, and then we could talk about some of the things that are happening in terms of improvements, and then kind of just open it up to whoever's on the call for ideas and suggestions for improvements. So okay, so we'll start with the Mangalacharan. Thank you.
Brilliant. Yeah. And just to put that out there, that because we're on the free plan, I think the maximum time goes up to about 40 minutes.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
so so the call will end at about 11:40, or maybe just a little bit before that, because we started just before 11.
No problem.
Great.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्रीराधा कृष्णपदां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकाञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च Kripa Sindhubhyo Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
So I have some very nice quotes from morning walks. So Prabhupada said, "Hear the man distributing food to the animals and fish. He's thinking that I am doing some pious activities and I shall enjoy the fruit of it." And that's a fact. But if we distribute Krishna Prasad, we think that this man is being supplied Krishna Prasadam. One day he may become Krishna conscious. There is no personal question, and the principle of distributing Krishna Prasadam is there. Therefore, even if they don't see any change, if you distribute prasadam, if you are able, you are doing some service. Because by eating only, he should one day become Krishna conscious. So whole program is for Krishna, and that is Krishna consciousness. You are preparing, you are earning money, you are distributing prasadam. That's one, and then the second one. For weeks they prepare, and the competition is the more items, the more temple prepares, he becomes, there's a break in the conversation, and distribute Krishna Prasadam free of charge. It was a very nice system that nobody should remain hungry. That is the system. If there's any temple in any neighborhood, and in that neighborhood, nobody should remain hungry. The Vedic system is that in your house, a householder should see that even a lizard in the house is not hungry. Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Was there any reflections or comments on those two quotes?
For me, Prabhu, that all living entities are equal, and that everyone is entitled to sort of be treated the same way. And offering prasadam doesn't have to be discriminated between just any form of life. It's applicable and applies universally to all living entities, I think.
Yes, thank you.
Right, and did it say something about welcome, Jess Prabhu?
You're muted, Jess. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, bhai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank
How
you
are
for
you?
joining. Yeah.
Thank you.
So did it say something about eating fish there in the first quote, Prabhu? Maybe I wasn't listening.
Yeah, no, so it was part of a conversation, and it was about a man that was distributing food to animals and fish. So then he's thinking, it says, I am doing some pious activities and I shall improve, enjoy the fruit of that.
Mm.
And then Krishna saying, converse to that, if we distribute Krishna Prasad, then we're doing it for Krishna and to make the person Krishna conscious.
Mm. That's interesting because we were driving to the spot yesterday, Lincoln's Innfield, and I forget the lady's name. She did say she was going to join today, but I was remembering this quote, and I'm sure you've heard it. The expression says something like, "If you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, and if you teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime." So my reflection was a bit like, well, maybe we're doing that. Maybe we're giving people fish. Well, we're not giving fish, but we're giving something to eat. But if we were teaching them how to get something to eat for themselves, maybe that would then solve their eating problem more permanently. And I just got that maybe that's something that we are not addressing or maybe it's a missing that we could address, is also kind of educational, as well as giving them a fish or giving them something to eat, educating them about how to get something to eat for themselves. Um, just a reflection on that.
Hmm. Thank you.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah. So are you talking about like educating the people that we serve about how to offer their food to make it Krishna Prasad?
That included, but it could also include other aspects. I mean, there are lots of things that people do to put some bread on the table, and it could include educational qualifications. It could include like apprenticeships. It could include volunteering with different aspects of, I mean, basically how people live their lives. I mean, what people, the things that people do to put some bread on the table, as well as offering it. But there are lots of other things that people do to put some bread on the table.
Wow, so you're talking about really like a holistic, like, how to change their lives and yeah, basically how they can earn a living and put food on the table. That's very interesting, yeah.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, just a reflection yesterday as well, like we went to Harinam and there was one person who joined in and he's been a regular at Charing Cross.
Mm.
And it was nice, so he was singing the Maha Mantra and he was dancing in the kirtan, and it was nice because you could see that the prasadam had kind of softened his heart, and then when he saw
Mm.
the devotees, and he was inspired. So that was very nice as well. Um, yeah. Anyone else? Any reflections? Jess Prabhu?
I think Jess came just after you finished reading, actually, Prue.
Oh, okay,
So
okay,
he might not have
okay,
heard the quotes there. Yeah.
okay, okay. So in terms of so just to confirm, it's me, you, Ashish, and Jess on the call, yeah?
So far, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, sweet. So in terms of improvements and things that we're trying to do, we've formed a little group of devotees that were inspired to make improvements and basically bring forward Food for Life to make positive improvements. So one of the things that's come out of that is the high vises, which is great. So we have the high vis jackets. So please make use of those. I mean, actually, the day after we got them, I completely forgot they were in the van, so we did the service without them. So it's because you just go to, you go to the locations, and it's such a thing like it almost autopilot. You're doing your service, so
Mm.
please use them. Um, I mean, Danny Prabhu is not on the call, but he's been very instrumental in terms of like these improvements and getting things done. So he was the one that really, drove getting the high vises and everything. So, big thank you to Danny Prabhu. And another thing that he's done is that he's come up with a prototype for a leaflet, very similar to the bookmarks that we have when we go on Harinam that have the Mahamantra and temple details. So these leaflets can be printed. I'm in touch with Rupanuga Prabhu in terms of who the printer is at the temple. So basically, when we're out and about, and you see many times in central London, people on the floor, and they have the little placard saying that very hungry, please give something, God bless you. Then we can
Mm.
give them the leaflet, and the leaflet has all the details about where we go to distribute prasad, timings, etc. So that's one thing that's in train. We're trying to get our schedule put up on the Food for Life website. Also, Danny Prabhu is trying to do some improvements on the social media side. And so they were the main things in terms of improvements. And if Ashish and Jess, if you wanted to get involved with that side of it, then please let me know. We can get you involved. We're always looking for volunteers and ways to improve. I'll just pause there, see if there's any questions, Ashish or Jess.
Yeah, one question from Jessa. I think I've put it down before. Taking the names and addresses or of the next of kin, just in case.
Do you mean next of kins of the
Yeah,
volunteers?
yes, the volunteers. Yeah, because just in case something happens, you need to get to their relatives or something. It's at the moment. I don't think you have got anything in in place to you like I'm elderly. Anything can happen to anyone, and the best thing to do is to have something so you can inform the relatives.
Mm,
You see what I mean?
interesting. Mm. Just thinking how to do that practically would be to contact the regular volunteers, and then if they're comfortable,
Well,
you
I
know,
mean, I volunteer. I volunteer with New Volunteers. I volunteer with the Team London Volunteers. That is mandatory to have someone. It's mandatory to have your next of kin's phone number or contact details. Because just because if something happens, you need to let them know. This way, we gonna have problems. Say something happens to me. How
mm,
are you going? How when I'm volunteering with you? How are you gonna let someone know what's happened to me? Or you see what where I'm coming from?
no, I do. It's
Yeah,
very good. I'm just thinking. I mean, what we could do practically is like, Sachikumana Bride Prabhu is there practically, every time
yeah,
driving. So what
yeah,
we could do is we could, of the regular volunteers, if they're comfortable, we could have a list of their next of kin,
yeah.
and then also we could have a column that says any particular medical
Emergency. Yeah,
needs.
yeah, of course. Yeah,
Because I know when my daughter went on a school trip recently, they did that. They said, does she
yeah,
need an inhaler? Does she need
yeah,
So we could do that, and I think, just have it laminated and then keep it in the van.
yeah.
I think it's a very good suggestion. Yeah.
Because like I said, uh, anything can happen. The family is gonna be worried. What's happened? Where are they? Once you
Mm,
don't get home, so how do they know what's happened?
yeah.
That's my suggestion anyway.
Yeah, no, it's very good. Yeah. Just thinking we could get that list together and then just laminate it and then just keep it in the van and then
Yeah, because of I think the way we are working with the volunteers is we are just getting someone randomly and just putting them on the WhatsApp group. We don't know nothing about who they are, where they're coming from, what their agenda is. Uh, you see where I'm coming from?
yeah. Yeah, that's fair. And actually you reminded me that one thing that we need to do. So there's that. I'm just making a note, by the way, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um Volunteers contact and emergency medical needs. Is that and one thing that Sachikumani Mahaprabhu has suggested is having an introductory video
Yeah,
to new people that
yeah,
come to
that's
Food for
right.
Life.
Yeah,
I think that's a good idea.
that's something we can do. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. I've made a note of that. Just have to think about how to manifest that, but yeah.
Yeah, I understand. It's a big job. Yeah.
The manor, they have an induction for anybody who wants to volunteer in any
Yes,
department of the manor. You have
they
to
do
do the
induction. Yeah.
induction, and there are two parts to that. So, I mean, there's an example there from the manor about how to manage volunteers, and I think it's a great suggestion, Jess. There, and also that idea about people just join the WhatsApp like that. It kind of occurred yesterday. There was one guy like, "How do I get involved?" And I was kind of hesitant to just, okay, no problem, I'll just add your name to the WhatsApp group without knowing anything
Yeah.
about him. And then when I thought about it, I was thinking that even something as simple as a Google form that we direct them to, no problem. If you want to find out more about it, you fill in this form, and then somebody will
Yeah.
get in contact with them. And in that form, it would have those details like Jess is suggesting there about the name, next of kin, date of birth, things like that.
Hmm.
And so that would address like new people joining, but then we could also maybe add to a database. I mean, because my background is like IT consultancy, rather than a
Okay.
laminated physical thing, some kind of database where people can find out. Because we have over 500 members, that would be a long list to carry around
Yes.
in
Yeah.
the van like that. Um, but
Yep.
yeah,
No, that's a good idea. So who would access that online database? How would that work?
well, well, yourself, for instance, as a coordinator, but anybody, any of the members of the team, somebody would could be a designated person for administration or whatever we would call that, contact person. And just as if we're wondering what's happened to the Prasadam, we call Lynette, or if we're wondering who's driving this evening, somebody might call the Sachi Kumani Midas, or something like that. But we could have somebody, a member of the team, who can be the go-to person for that kind of information.
No, it's very good. Very good.
And
Hopefully this comes up.
be mindful about GDPR. So data protection,
Brilliant.
and
Yeah.
Mm,
yeah.
It actually touches on another point that another thought that I had was something like what in charitable work they might call a communications audit, where we kind of like go through our communication channels and evaluate what's working, what's not working, and if there are any gaps like that. So that might be something that comes up in a communications audit. But yeah, brilliant contribution, Jess. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
okay. Was there anything, Ashish, you wanted to mention?
Nothing specifically, Prabhu. Only one thing I would say is, some days we've been preparing for service. I've just noticed a few things have been short on equipment, so I think maybe we can just get them ordered in advance. And like before, we used to keep the boxes at the back. I think maybe if we have a box or two, it's not too much harm in the van, just so we have
Mm,
everything loaded for the service before.
hmm
Because certain days I've noticed that we're just running out of takeaway boxes are more common now. Hardly anyone is taking plates, so maybe if we just order more of those takeaway boxes
Yep. Yep. That's
just in
good.
advance.
Yep. Yep.
Because no one's
Will do.
taking plates, hardly, maybe one or two like who I know, but 99 people are taking the takeaway boxes. So
Yeah, if there's a choice between the plates and the takeaway boxes, people always go for the takeaway boxes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And probably, did you want to join the group? If you have capacity and time.
Uh, what? Sorry. What does it entail? What do we need to do?
Yeah, I mean, you need to know that, right, before you sign on the
Yeah.
dotted line.
Yes.
Um, Basically, it's a group that's looking at how we can make improvements to the service and
Okay.
do practical things in terms of making that happen. So we have a little WhatsApp group to do that, and we're gonna have we've had a few meetings as well. It's also like about the fact that we've got over 500 people on the group, and
Yeah.
it's about engaging their skills and activities, because it might not be that you're able to come to service regularly, but you might have expertise in different areas. Like I didn't even know Sachikumar Nimai Prabhu mentioned about his IT skills and things like this. So we all have different skills.
Hmm.
So that's what the group is about, really.
Yeah, why not? Put me down. See what happens.
Okay, great. Okay, so we've pretty much been through everything. Yeah. I mean, I tend to do very short meetings in terms of to the point. So in terms of the things that we wanted to achieve today, I think they're done, unless anyone else had anything else, any other business they wanted to go through.
Um,
So,
go on, Jess, Bruce.
no, sorry. You said we have a 500 volunteers, right? How
Mm.
many of them are active?
In terms of doing service, I would say between 25 to 30.
Yeah, that's the usual case, isn't it? Everywhere you go to, that is most, you got 50 or 60 people, and you got only about 10, 15 people who are active. Yeah, it does happen.
Yeah. So okay, I see both Sachikumar Nimai Prabhu and Ashish have their hands up. Go for it, Prabhu. Go for it. Ashish Prabhu, yeah, go on.
Sachikumar and Nimai, you go first. You go first.
No, yours was. I took mine down for you. Yours is up now, and then I'm after you.
Yeah, probably. So I have been thinking about this as well, and having 500 people on the WhatsApp group is sometimes a bit uncomfortable for me because we hardly see most of the 500. If I'm being honest, the active volunteers is probably about what we said, about 25 to 30, or maybe 40, depending on when people come. So I don't know the agenda and the sort of mentality of the others, who are there, if they're supporting us, who they are, if they're interested, what their intentions are. We've seen like before, like there've been some spam calls, some people that have came on and caused nuisances. So with the excess amount of people in the group, I'm not sure if there's a suggestion to sort of limit the group or reduce the size because they're not actively participating in what we're sort of doing. So I don't see
Yeah.
the point of them being surplus on the WhatsApp group if they don't have at least, let's say, a once a month or twice a month commitment to what we're doing. They're not adding anything, if that makes sense. So I don't understand why
Yeah,
they
it
need to
does.
view and see all our activities, which are public.
I'm just thinking practically, how would we do that though?
The only thing I can suggest is possibly by some of the names. Like we're quite familiar with which names are there. I
Hmm.
know there's certain names I've seen that I've never seen, like even maybe 2.5 years I've been here, but maybe this is more like certain names like I've never seen attend a service. They're just there, like I don't know. I think for some people they're not actually with it, if that makes sense. And I don't feel comfortable being part of such a big group if they're not actively participating, and I don't know what the beliefs and intentions are. I don't understand why they
Hmm.
themselves are in a group where they're not participating. Like if I'm in WhatsApp groups, I've had so many WhatsApp groups, but if I'm not actively participating or contributing, why would I be in a WhatsApp group and see all these messages? It doesn't interest me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Is like if you're in a group and you're seeing all these like ping ping rota and you're not interested to
Exactly.
do service, you think you just leave, right? You just leave the group. And people do leave the
Exactly.
group. I have seen people
I know
leave.
it's difficult. Yeah, I know it's difficult to actually remove that. I do get your point, but
But
I don't know. I feel for
so,
me it's a big number.
Yeah,
the,
the only thing I completely understand where you're coming from. My only thing is that if there is a chance that in the future these people would do service and then we take them off and that denies them, that's only my sticking point in it. But I do take your point.
But Probable,
Uh,
I've noticed that. But with that point, Probable, I've noticed on Wednesdays and like even last Friday that people do come to the temple and then have to come to service even without putting their names down. So like, I don't want to give specific names, but there are people on like Wednesdays, and then there was another guy on our Friday as well that he didn't know about anything WhatsApp our group and they still come. So I'm like, people volunteers can still come to Food for Life even if they don't put their names up. We won't say
hmm,
no. So they can come if they want to be actively regularly a member, then they can be on a WhatsApp group. But if they want to come along with, I don't think there's any harm saying no because they're still contributing.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, thank you.
sorry,
If
sorry. Just
we can
just
say
say
that if you're an active member, then you can be on the group.
here. sorry, can I suggest something?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. When like we said, we're gonna have forms filled in before anyone volunteers. Put it down on there. Uh, what do you call it? A condition that you should be doing so much volunteering, otherwise you'll be deleted from the. I know it's a big thing, but that's one
I'm
thing to
just
get away with it.
Yeah, the thing is, what you got to remember, and Jess, probably you know this anyway, that the dynamic is a bit different. Like in the sense that if this was a private sector company and we were paying individuals, then you could be a bit hard line and say, look, you don't come to the office a certain amount of time, or you don't produce an output, then you're gone, you're deleted. But
Yeah.
because this is voluntary, the dynamic is different. People are coming without any remuneration, just for their, because they feel like it's a good service at the goodness of their heart. So I think we have to be a bit careful to take a very hard line.
Yeah, I can understand that, but the thing is, well, with our new volunteer, we have a rule saying if you don't do, say, 2 or 3 volunteering times in a year, you'll be taken off. So that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. I think it's about striking a balance between the two. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Sachikumani, probably you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I mean, what's striking me is that the WhatsApp channel is called Food for Life Rota, which is about people who are actively participating. And if people just want to hang out in a Food for Life WhatsApp group because they have something about Food for Life, they're interested, or they have a commitment, or they think prasadam distribution is great, that's not a problem. But that's distinct from a group that is about people who go out regularly and are putting themselves forward to join the rota like that. So maybe there could be another group that those people who are remotely interested in Food for Life, for whatever reason, can join, but it might be distinct from the rota, which is specifically about people who are um, assisting in that way. And there might be other groups for people who assist in other ways, but specifically about who's going out which day and this and that. Maybe that is a smaller group to manage. And so I think Louise did volunteer to do that, to kind of cleansing cleansing the list, if you will. So to speak. But one thing I did want to share was something that came up when I met back to Ivor recently at the temple, and he suggested that some businesses, what they do, or one strategy for expanding business, given our mission is nobody goes hungry within 10 miles of the temple, and I think you read a quote like that. So he said one strategy is that they go to a different city each day of the month. So on the first, they go to this city. On the second, they go to that city. On the third, they go to that city. And they have like 30 destinations, and they're regularly like that. And that regular visiting those cities then creates traction, and people kind of know that, oh, this particular product or this service is going to be here on this day of the month, like that. And so we were just discussing, we were in Govinda's, and I said, well, that's funny because it just happens to be that within a 10-mile radius includes all 32 boroughs. So even if we went to a different borough for each day of the month, and then we thought, well, that's a bit of a massive project to take on, that we go to a different borough every day of the month like that. How about if we had a pilot study and we just took it, okay, let's pick an additional borough. We're currently serving prasadam in, I think, Camden. Holborn is in Camden, and Charing Cross is in Westminster. But if we picked a third borough, say Southwark or somewhere, I don't know, one other borough, and one day in a month we went to that borough, we did the research to find out where hungry people gather in that particular borough, and then we went to that borough one day in a month and served them. That might be some way that we could presence for ourselves. Our mission is that nobody goes hungry within 10 miles of the temple, and then also see what it might take for us to expand our operations. It was just an idea that came up, as things do like that. But I thought, wow, that's one way of looking at how we could possibly look to expand. Another thing that came up as I was reflecting on that is that for us to fulfill the mission of Srila Prabhupada, nobody goes hungry within 10 miles, it strikes me as though that mission cannot run independent of Parashuram's operations. It's not like ISKCON London, Food for Life, has a separate agenda, and Parashuram does his thing, but our mission is that nobody goes hungry within 10 miles. It's just like if we're going to fulfill that, we would have to bring Parashuram along with us, or we would have to go along with Parashuram's fulfilling that. I say Parashuram,
Yeah.
Food for All, as a key partner in that. So that also struck me that our relationship with Food for All and the partnership is quite integral into our vision and the fulfillment of our vision.
Yeah, 100%. So in terms of with Parshuram Prabhu, because it's like a partnership, and as things stand, if he wasn't there, then we wouldn't have any prasad to distribute. So it's quite key. And yeah, you're right. So if we were to do that, it would have to be with him as things stand. Yeah. Um, the first point you made about the different boroughs is actually really interesting, because during COVID, Westminster Council contacted all the charities to say that, look, why don't you guys expand your operations in terms of there are other boroughs that have needy people instead of just central London. So yeah, again, we'd have to think about practically how we do that. So would it be a Sunday, or would it be in the daytime on a day that obviously we distribute? So I don't think we can go away from the spots that we're doing right now because there's people there, but how to fit that in. Yeah, again, yeah, very nice food for thought, really. Yeah.
It could be a chapter in the book, Prabhu. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I've mentioned this to you before. Is like in when the body was in a younger state, there was so much time. Just I could just sit there 8 hours and just watch TV or just waste time. And now it's like to 5 minutes is difficult. But Hare Krishna is good to keep the mind engaged, keep it always busy, so then Maya doesn't come in and attack. Yeah,
I just want to
that's
acknowledge, Prabhu, that because we're on the free plan, the call is likely to terminate in the next minute or two. So I'd just like to take a moment just to acknowledge everybody here on the group, on the call this morning, for giving their time and for being contribution, and for willing to, be in the conversation about what it's going to take for us to fulfill Srila Prabhupada's mandate, the mission that nobody goes hungry within 10 miles of the temple. So thank you, everybody. For being on the call. I really appreciate your contribution, and really look forward to serving with you going forward.
yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
you.
you, everyone. Hare
Okay, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna to you.
Hare Krishna.